Lights, camera, action.
Hi, in this video I'm going to show you how to extract a linked list from a binary file. In the previous one I showed you how to extract only one object. In this one I'm going to show you how to extract the entire list. So first I'm going to suppose that I don't know the number of elements in my list. In fact it's 2. I have only 2 nodes, but I'm going to suppose that I don't know the number of nodes in the list. So I'm going to start from the code I've already wrote in the previous video. You can check the links for the previous videos or related videos in the description below. So first I allocated space in memory. I read from the file and I printed out the content, but I read only one object. So to read the entire list or the entire file, I will have to loop through my file. So here I'm going to use a while loop, and instead of testing if the pointer is equal to null, I'm going to testing if I reach the end of the file. So not if I didn't reach the end of my file. I will continue the reading, but I'm going to add some changes here. So first I will always allocate space in memory. I will read content from the file. I will print the content. So the printing statements are already in the loop. But here, when I will allocate memory, when I will read from the file, I may reach the end of the file. This is why if I reach the end of the file, so when I will test this condition, it will return true. So it will be different than one element. I will not be able to read entire element. So here I will exit entirely from the program. To avoid this, instead of returning or exiting from the program, I will just use the break statement. This way I will simply exit from the while loop. So even if I'm testing here, I could reach the end of the file after reading. So I can keep this test or simply test the end of the file. But I prefer this one, because it's this way I'm sure that I'm going to be able to print these values later and it will not generate errors. I will delete the fwrite statement, and I don't have a next element, but I will assign to the next element of the node I've just extracted the null value. Why? Because I don't know if I've reached the end of the list or not. I don't know if there are other elements. Something else here. The first node here is a special one. It's the head of my list, so it's recommended, or I recommend to save it in a different pointer. So this way I can access later to my list whenever I want. So head will have the special value of p, or the address of the first element created from the content extracted from the file, binary file. So while looping through the file, I just allocated space, I read the content, I printed the content, and affected the next element the value null. So this way I don't have a list. I just printed out a separated node that I cannot access to later. So to create the linked list, I must create the link between the element I'm reading in the loop and the element I've already read in the previous iteration of the loop. So here I'm going to use another point, since I've already declared node 1. So the previous node before entering the loop is the point, or is the node, or the pointer, yes, the node I've already created. So this is the first one. when I will enter the loop, the next node will be this one. So the previous node will be connected to this one. So I will just add node 1. Next, we'll have the value of p, the new node. Now when I will create, if there are other elements, for example, I can say the third node. So I will create another node, and I must have the previous node of the newly created. So in here, the value of the previous node will be the node I've just created. So it will be the previous node. So this way I will have my linked list. So if I have more than 2 elements, I will be able to access to the entire list. So the previous node will always change, and the next node will always change. Now I can test my code. So it printed out correctly. So here are the entire nodes. So thank you for making it to the end of this video. If you're interested in other subjects related to C language, please let me know in the comments below. Bye.